Howdy, folks. Tonight's excerpt comes from Montaigne and Barn Boots, the book I wrote about French philosophy, because that's certainly what the world needed, was my take on French philosophy. Mainly, it's just about one French philosopher, because a guy doesn't want to bite off more than he can chew. I certainly bit off more than I could pronounce, as it turns out. And this little excerpt requires greater context, and that greater context is supplied by the chapter within which it resides. I can't give you all the context here in a little video clip. So I'm just going to dive in. As proof that inattention to intersectionality can fester into trouble on unexpected fronts, have you ever tried to gas up your log splitter using a non-spill fuel nozzle? I deploy those scare quotes with all vehemence. I own 5 non-spill nozzles, 3 different designs. Thanks only to extra credit, I pulled a lame B in my one college statistics course, but I'm going to declare those 5 nozzles a representative sample, and based on my experience with that sample, snapped tabs, jammed valves, abysmally slow pour rates, supplemented by errant drips, spritzes, and outright hazmatic dam busters, my brash extrapolation is that the aggregate effect of the non-spill nozzle has been to beach 1 million miniature Exxon Valdezes upon America's backyards. These nozzles are also purported to minimize the escape of volatile organic compounds, known in the trade as VOCs. In fact, so efficiently do they trap fumes that you will frequently find your square plastic gas can ballooned into the shape of a red rubber kickball. When you open the valve, that whoosh you hear is a flock of VOCs being released into the wild, which, as they say, begs the question. Here's how you formally filled your fuel tank. Step 1, remove cap from nozzle. Step 2, pour fuel into tank. Here's how it goes with a non-spill nozzle. 1, grunting like a Russian kettlebell instructor, hoist full fuel container to a point higher than the tank and then invert it so as it will not pour until 2, downward pressure is applied against a spring-loaded valve, which will not occur until 3, the full weight of the full container is directed against a plastic tab the size of a gopher tooth, which happens only after 4, the tab catches on the lip of the fuel tank, and 5, you simultaneously twist an enigmatically unresponsive plastic locking device, also spring-loaded, while 6, fine-tuning the angle of the approach by thrusting your pelvis at the fuel can in the manner of a spasmodic pole dancer because your hands are both occupied. But 7, it's okay because finally the fuel is flowing. No, wait, that's not okay because 8, the gopher tooth just gave way, the nozzle plunged into the fuel tank, the weight of the full can snapped the nozzle at its base, and now there's raw fuel running everywhere. It's a fractious time, folks, but never have I written a piece that has united both aspects, shall we say, of my audience than that little diatribe right there. Pretty much everybody agrees that non-spill fuel nozzles were a bureaucratic fever dream, utterly untethered to reality. Forward.